Preston and Stacey Clyburn have been together for the better part of 4 decades and in that time have worked hard to establish a comfortable lifestyle for their family. Stacey was always drawn to the conveniences and opportunities the city offers, while Preston is drawn to the peace found in the country and merely existing. Despite Preston encouraging the family to come out to Montana, they never did, and instead of holding it against them, builds a home they could be comfortable in were they to ever visit. While visiting his brother Paul, they get caught up in a storm, leading to them crashing and dying. This prompts his immediate family to go to Montana to retrieve the body and see the home he built. Having lived in the city their entire lives, it takes some getting used to, and one by one they all come to appreciate the country home in their own way. Stacey in particular, as this is the only connection she has left to Preston. The locations are visually presented in a way that highlights the strengths and weaknesses of both. The city has a distinct lack of color variety, being dominated by whites and blues, showing the cold and disconnected existence in city life. This also helps in characters standing out from the crowd, as Paige does when she is introduced, not only because she is the principal character in the story, but also due to the fiery personality that refuses to bend to others, whether they be family or a co-worker, even if it is a detriment to herself. With the architecture being regimented with sharp lines neatly segmenting the environment, it embodies the type of lifestyle people who wish to live here have to adopt, their self-centered way of looking at things, the liberal perspectives they hold, and their attention being glued to everything but what is in front of them. With Stacey living on the Upper East Side of New York, things are oddly calm without the cast of Gossip Girl running around, not to mention Kevin Zegers was also in Gossip Girl. Anyway, not everyone is the same. As with any city, there are all manner of people, including those who take care in looking after and helping each other as best they can, even if it is as small as remembering how Stacey likes her coffee, or traveling to Montana to help a friend grieve the loss of her husband. Montana, on the other hand, is vibrant with all manner of different colors due to the nature all around. The towns are small and the conveniences of the city are largely absent, having to travel many miles to run errands and, worst of all, having to use an outhouse. There are all manner of different vistas to appreciate in the country, and the characters are able to slow down, allowing themselves to feel the loss of Preston that much more, giving them the peace to grieve instead of being carried by the pace of the city, embracing the love shown by Preston in his own way, in preparing the home for them, and them in learning a part of himself he was desperate to share with them. In the absence of skyscrapers, there are hills and mountains, where the characters are able to revel in the chaos of nature as opposed to the uniformity of city life, requiring a different set of skills to live by, where one is required to be self-sufficient so as not to be a burden, but also look to their neighbors when help is needed. Trust built up as a result of everyone knowing each other. This way of life creates a far more conservative set of values, contrasting with those found in the city and resulting in friction upon interaction, whether it be from the way certain characters view the world, or in matters of romance where Abigail and Van's roots prevent them from being anything more than this brief escape from their mutual grief and attraction. For now. The differences between the two locations are made all the more notable when the family returns to New York, and Stacey walks around her home, switching on all the TVs, introducing noise into an otherwise sterile location, hoping to remind herself of the peace she experienced while away. Ultimately, there is beauty present in the uniformity of the city and the chaos in nature, even if one is far more romanticized than the other. The locations being this well presented allows the characteristics of each individual to shine through effectively, revealing that each of them are a work in progress and none of them are truly whole, save for Preston, who loved the city because of his family and loved Montana because that is who he is, a duality best explained by Preston himself.
Man's goal in society is to be remembered. In nature, it is to be forgotten, unnoticed.
Is all this intentional on the part of the filmmakers? Probably not, but it is neat to think about.